Hey guys, we are going live. Welcome if this is your first time seeing one of my Thursday videos. It's really all of ours because I don't make a lot of Thursday videos. This is my first time making a Thursday video. So I'm hoping that over time we'll increase the audience and can kind of get a little bit of a following when it comes to making some live videos for you guys. So today we are talking about a femme fatale. Now, I was advertising this talk about I was saying, hey, we're going to talk about the idea of a femme fatale. However, the more I got to thinking about it and the more I started talking to other people about it, I realized the real word I need to use was savage. And so that's the word I'm going to use today. So the topic of today's Thursday chat is 3 signs you're a savage in relationships, okay? And some tips to get it together. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, before we get started, I do want to say that when you guys start jumping in, or if you watch it later on, make sure as you're watching that you like the parts that you think you can relate to, or that you put any other type of emotion. This lets me know if you guys are feeling it, if you're not feeling it, and just kind of gives me some guidelines about some future ideas and things to talk about further. Okay, so what is a femme fatale? First of all, let me give you the definition. A femme fatale is a woman who is seductive, but she ultimately brings disaster. Think circa Taylor Swift when she sang that one song. I can't remember what it was, but she was like, baby, I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream. That is exactly what a savage is. It's basically a woman or an individual who just doesn't care. They're reckless with people's things, emotions, whatever. And so when we're talking about a femme fatale, that is a woman that's seductive, they seduce and they manipulate into a dramatic disaster, basically. So let's talk about how do you know if you are, either if you're a male watching this, if you're in a relationship with a savage woman, or if you are the savage and you want to indeed confirm that you're a savage. Here are 3 signs to look for. 1, if you or your partner lacks empathy, okay? So that's all sexy for if you basically have this attitude or anger towards men, let's say. You don't feel for men. You don't have any, if something were to happen to a man that you disliked in front of you, you would just think, too bad, all men are dogs, or, any statement like that. You kind of just have no empathy and you have a negative attitude or anger towards men. That's a big sign right there. The second thing is you tend to engage in unhealthy relationships. So because you don't really respect men, you tend to get in relationships, or you have a history of unhealthy and toxic relationships, okay? And over time, this cycle can lead you to having less empathy for men because you find yourself in a relationship that's really unhealthy. For an example, let's just say that you in a relationship and the man is talking in a negative way towards you. And so over time, you'll stay in that relationship, you'll chew him out too, but you start to lose respect for a man in general. And you may also start to have less empathy for men who may be boisterous or who are assertive, not aggressive, but who can speak their needs. You may be automatically turned off by that. So the third thing is that you don't believe in healthy love anymore. You don't believe there's any such real thing as being in a good relationship. You don't really think that falling in love will happen to you. You kind of just have a negative attitude towards not only, men or your partners, but also just giving up on the idea of having a relationship. Now, this can look like a lot of different things. We tend to see, I'm saying we as a therapist, I tend to see women that jump into relationship, keep going through the same cycle, or they're really angry because they can't find a man that is valuable or that finds their value. And so that's really frustrating for them, but then also they also emit that type of fume almost when they meet men or when they get to meet new people. So just something to consider. All of those signs kind of interact with each other, and over time it really can grow a really unhealthy view of relationships, and also can get you the title of being a savage, okay? So let's talk about 3 ways you can move on to maybe have a healthier view. Now, this is just how to start. Like, let's say I said all this and you're like, check, check, check. Like, that's all me. Okay, so here are some places to start. It's not an overnight process, obviously, but some things to start is, 1, talk to someone. Like, if you really think you have a pattern going on with relationships, it's good to sit down with someone like a therapist, a really good friend you trust. Not a friend that's also in the same boat you're in, okay? She's gonna tell you garbage information, but someone that's unbiased that can give you a really clear view of your history, help you to make connections in places you haven't been able to see. Well, a therapist or a professional development coach like myself. The second thing is you want to start thinking about what's important in your relationships. Almost probably 90% of people that I work with, especially women, one of the first few things I ask them to do is tell me what their values are. And so specifically, you want to look at what are some things that you will accept in a relationship that you think are healthy, and then what are some things that you no longer want. You need to start to pick out your values. Then you need to start looking for people that obviously men that are going to kind of encompass some of those things that you want. If you see that there's some red flags up front, you can go ahead and engage in that and continue the same cycle, or you can try to, try something different. You probably want to avoid that. Otherwise, you'll be back in that pattern and it will keep getting worse for you. Also, you want to treat people assertively. So you guys know I'm really big on communication skills. One of the biggest things I teach in trainings and personally is how to talk to people. You have to learn how to finesse people, not in a manipulative way, but just learn how to talk to people. It's going to help you in the long run in the world, I promise. So as a woman, you have to learn how to respond to a male. You have to learn also, just because somebody responds to you a particular way, you don't have to lash out at someone in that particular way. You can be respectful. To be assertive, which is what I teach, what I train in, what I believe in, and what I value, means I respect myself, but I also respect you. So I'm not going to talk trash about myself, and I'm not going to talk trash about you. I'm not going to let you talk trash about me, but I'm not going to disrespect you in the process of me standing up for myself. Does that make sense? Okay. So what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think some of this is horse crap? Do you think some of this is legit? Put some comments, honestly. Put some comments. Don't go tagging people that need to hear this, but just put some comments of your thoughts. Are you a femme fatale? Are you a savage in relationships? If so, tell me a little bit about why you think you got here, or like what are some things that make it really hard for you to change your heart towards men specifically, especially if you're a woman and have been impacted by this. So you guys, I'll be planning to meet with you guys next Thursday. I have a topic that we're going to talk about, and I will start advertising or, kind of sharing that information over the weekend with you all. I hope you guys tune in and you guys kind of share with me what you like, what you didn't like, and I look forward to hanging out with you guys next Thursday, okay? So make sure you're here next Thursday on time. I'll probably start at 5:30 to help some of you people that are slow get a head start, but nevertheless, I'll be on. And if you have particular topics you want me to talk about, please make sure you send me a message about them. If you're an angry woman and you think you might need some work in this area, please go to my website or look at some of my services on the Facebook page so that you're able to get connected with me so I can help you to move forward and move past some of these issues that might be preventing you from getting into a truly healthy relationship, okay? You guys enjoy your Thursday, and I'll chat with you later. Bye.